There we go, that's much better. So, guys, if you're new here, perhaps you didn't know that my very first bolt-action rifle was a 6.5 Creedmoor. And I have a very distinct memory of standing in the store buying my optic and a guy asking me, you know, sort of the shopper next door, asking me what rifle I'm going to put this on. And I said, it's going on a Ruger precision rifle chambered in 6.5 Creedmoor. And the guy looked at me like I was speaking a different language. Now, keep in mind, this is 2017 when this happened, so not that long ago, and the 6.5 Creed had gained quite a bit of popularity then. But having said that, we are in South Africa, so everything takes a little bit longer to sort of become popular here. Nowadays, the 6.5 Creed is incredibly popular. Now, I remember that gentleman's distinctly saying to me, he likes the idea of sending 168 grains downrange way more than he likes the idea of sending 140 grains downrange. Now, that's 100% fine, you know, different strokes for different folks. But then sort of as my shooting evolved and as I got deeper, progressed more into the sport, because initially I didn't buy that rifle for shooting precision rifle matches. I bought that rifle for, you know, messing around at gong shoots and stuff like that. And it was a sniper rifle because that's what it looked like, right? And I quickly progressed when I found the sport of precision rifle, and I realized I need something a little bit more. I need some more modularity. I wanted to move towards the MDT chassis direction, and so I commissioned my first build. And that rifle, I actually have a complete build through video that I have up here. I also chambered that rifle in 6.5 Creedmoor. And the reason I did that, it was a versatile rifle, considering at the time I didn't have as many rifles as I do now. So I needed something that I could still hunt with, that I could still shoot matches with, and it sort of ticked all the boxes for me. And plus, I already had all the brass, I had the dies, I was set up to reload for 6.5 Creedmoor, so that was a big plus. Now, fast forward another couple of years, that rifle absolutely delivered when it needed to. It was a phenomenal rifle. It was really, really easy shooting rifle. Now, the 6.5 Creedmoor as a cartridge gets a lot of hate, and I see why. It is easy to hate the 6.5 Creedmoor if you love something else, because the 6.5 Creedmoor has a lot going for it. It is easy to load for. It's got an incredible SAMI spec. It fits in short action magazines as a proper short action cartridge. There is a wide variety of bullets available for it. There's a lot of companies doing really good factory loads for it. There's some awesome factory chambered rifles in 6.5 Creed, and those are just some things off the top of my head. So it's got a lot going for it, and usually then people tend to, you know, give it some gas. But that's all fun and games, just like we have the Ford versus Toyota discussion at every time there's a fire and beers involved. This is pretty much the case with 6.5 Creedmoor too. Now, fast forward a little bit. I didn't have a 6.5 Creed for a long time, because then, you know, when I struck up the partnership with the guys from Bat Machine to rebuild all of my rifles on Bat Actions, I was like, what do I want to chamber this in? And I wanted a little bit something different. So I decided to chamber my rifle up in 6mm Dasher, which has been an incredible round for me too. But I missed that 6.5 Creed. And the catalyst really for me came a couple of weeks ago when my uncle bought a 6.5 Creed Tika. And he came to me and he said, Pete, because he's coming hunting with me soon, and he said, Pete, let's get this rifle set up, you know, bipod. He put an MDT Skypod on, he put a warbird on, and we kitted out his rifle. And he asked me, Pete, let's work up a load for this thing, and let's get it absolutely hammering. And just that sort of experience, going through that again, was remarkable. And it sold me on why I needed another 6.5 Creedmoor again in my life. I mean, I really didn't need much encouragement at all, as you can see. So not only have I got one 6.5 Creedmoor coming, I've got two 6.5 Creedmoors coming. Now, let's talk about the first one, because this is predominantly a bolt action channel. So first one is going to be Bat Machine TR action. Okay, they're tactical repeater action. And that rifle will really be for, you know, the odd hunting where I don't necessarily need one of my bigger Magnum cartridges. I also don't need a 6mm, something sort of in the middle. And I feel like the 6.5 Creed really ticks that box well. It's also going to be a phenomenal little rifle for my wife if she ever decides to go hunting with me, or my little one. Can't wait for that. Also, the 6.5 Creedmoor is right about the minimum mark to make the power factor for the NRL Hunter matches. Okay, it's a muzzle velocity times weight of the bullet equation, and the number you have to hit is 380,000. Now, if you shoot a 140 grain bullet, I haven't run the numbers, round about 2,800 feet per second, you just about make that. Now, why do you just want to get into that bracket? Exactly the reason we spoke about earlier. Less recoil, easier to see trace, more shootable gun than shooting a 6.5 PRC or something like that. Add a little bit more volume. Okay, so I'm super excited about that build. The next rifle is not what you think it is. It is going to be a 6.5 Creedmoor AR, okay, a Falcor Defense Omega rifle. Now that rifle's actually been built and shipped to me already. Unfortunately, in South Africa, things do take a while to get here to us. You know, it's permits getting it out of the US, then it's actually transporting it here, then it's getting it onto a dealer stock, and then applying and going through that whole process that it takes us to get firearms. But I'm super pumped for both of these. I'm also getting another Falcor, by the way, which I did allude to in another video. That's actually going to be chambered in 300 Blackout. It's going to be this short little, you know, SPR type build shooting subsonic ammo. That's something I think we're going to have a lot of fun with, and I'm super excited to also bring you guys a little bit more diversity in terms of our content with doing some of that stuff. You know, I'm quite excited to see how effective and how accurate we can get a 6.5 Creedmoor AR out to distance, how effective it could be to run it in sort of a precision rifle match. So there's many options this ticks for us, so I'm super excited about what the future holds. At the present, again, I have to ask you guys to exercise a little bit of patience. We've been making a lot of studio videos, obviously, lately. And if you missed it in one of our older videos, my rifles actually got confiscated due to some admin issues from the dealer where they were being held. Full details will come later on, but at the moment, it has been a nightmare. So ever since September, I haven't had access to some of these rifles that have been imported. It's been an absolute nightmare, but we're working on it and everything should be fine. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Knock on wood. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm super pumped to get back in the 6.5 Creedmoor game. I actually had to go borrow dies from my friend Erard because I didn't have dies to help my uncle do his loads. If you've got a 6.5 Creedmoor, let me know down below. If you've got a joke about 6.5... this is going to end badly. If you've got a funny 6.5 Creedmoor joke, leave them down below. And as always, guys, please be civilized with each other down in the comments. We all love the same sport. And honestly, it really doesn't matter what you're shooting as long as you're not shooting a 270. Okay, I'm going to end it on that and probably get a lot of nonsense for that too. Okay, gents. And I guess the odd ladies or wives floating in the background. Thanks for watching. Bye.